Today we're going to be looking at the Titan by Arctic Zone. It's a cooler. They make several different versions of this cooler. They make a soft version, but we're going to be looking at the soft and hard version of this cooler. So this cooler has a soft exterior. It's got several pockets on it. It comes with a adjustable strap with a nice thick padding on it. It clasps onto the side on both sides here. It also has, I'm going to remove the strap here so it's a little bit easier to work with. So it comes with two heavy duty handles on the side, on both sides, to carry around if you don't want to use the shoulder strap. It also comes with 4 pockets. So it comes with this thermal pocket. It has a thermal pocket which inside carries the high performance ice packs. Now this was extra. They come with four ice packs in there, 2 this size and 2 that were a little bit smaller. This was $14.99, by the way. You buy that separate. It's for this thermal pocket in the front, and you could put like things you want to access really quickly. Maybe, you know, like put a sandwich in there, candy, things you don't want to melt while you're outside. You can put that ice pack in there, and also you can use these ice packs inside the cooler with ice or in lieu of ice if that's what you choose to do. It also comes with this front just pocket for any kind of accessories, things like that. It's pretty big and deep. You can put pretty much anything you want in there. And then on the sides here you have these 2 mesh pockets on both sides that you can like keep your wallet or keys or anything like that in there. So it's on the outside. It's very thick feeling, very well made. So on the bottom of the cooler, you have this really thick, rubberized, like non-skid. You can put it and it won't move around easily. So that's a good thing. But it's supposed to be triple layer heat radiant barrier to really help keep the cold in. But it's really thick. So the outside is very well made. I want to show you what's inside the cooler. And it's got a really strong lock here, and I can almost lift the cooler up before it pops open. But the lid is heavy. It's a heavy duty lid, and it comes with a tray inside to keep things out of your ice, sandwiches, things like that, things you don't want to get wet when the ice melts. And then down in here, it's very deep, as you can see. It's supposedly supposed to be able to hold 36 cans. It's a plastic, and it's easy to wipe down. But when I close the lid, this is what I want you to hear, if you can hear it. But when you close it, you can hear the air escape out of it because it's locking, and then of course you lock it up. So it's supposed to keep it extra tight. It's supposed to be waterproof and leak proof. So anyway, we're going to test this thing out today. So I know you've seen cooler tests on YouTube, but the ones I've seen seem a bit skewed. What I mean by that is they put the ice in the cooler, they put it outside, and then they come back and check it once a day. So the claim for this cooler is that the ice will last 3.5 days. But in the tiny fine print, the cooler is kept in a controlled environment and the temperature is moved from the mid 60s to the mid 80s degrees Fahrenheit to represent day and night. They did not say how often the cooler is opened, but there was traces of ice at 3.5 days. So what I want to try is something just a little bit more realistic, I think, in that when you are camping or at the beach, the cooler is opened up periodically to grab something to eat or drink. So I'm going to try to open the cooler every 3 hours or so from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and see how the ice levels do. Please remember that if this video helped in your decision to purchase or not purchase the cooler, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also leave any comments, questions, and or suggestions. I would really appreciate it. Okay, so I filled the cooler with 15 bottled waters, and I put 2 bags of ice in, and I made sure that the ice was all the way to the top of the cooler.
I set the cooler in the shade, and then I locked it up tight.
All right, so the time has been 3 hours. The temperature right now is about 80 to 81 degrees. So we're gonna crack her open and see, and I'm gonna get the water out. So you can see there's a little melting around the side, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the water out. Looks like it was pretty packed. I'm gonna kind of move it around and make sure, but it's been a significant reduction of ice. I don't like that way that's starting out, but we'll come back in 3 hours and check it. Okay, so it's 8 p.m. It's been 3 hours since our last check. The ice has been in for a total of 6 hours now, and this will be the last check that we do today. And then first thing in the morning at 8 o'clock, I'll come back and check it. So let's go ahead and so there's not much change. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the water out, and it is nice and cold. And the ice seems to be sinking down in between the drinks. Got a big block here. So go ahead and close it up and be back at 8 o'clock in the morning. Good morning, it's 8 a.m. and the next morning. And I forgot to mention last night in the other video when I was checking it that the temperature was at about 79 degrees with a real feel of about 81 degrees. That was the last time I checked it at 8 p.m. Right now the temperature this morning at 8 a.m. is 72 degrees, and the real feel is 79 degrees. So anyway, so the ice has been in since 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. So I'm gonna open it up and see what we're looking at. Got a lot of dew on it. Okay, so there's still quite a bit of ice. It's mainly water, but I'm gonna pull the water out. And you can see that it's significantly down. I don't know if it's gonna go 3 days. I know it's not, but anyway, I'm gonna close it back up and be back in 3 hours. All right, we're back. It's been about 3.5 hours. It's about 11:30 right now. The temperature right now is about 80 degrees with 89 degrees real feel, if you know what that means. But anyway, so it feels like it's about almost 90 degrees outside. So it's time to check it. All right, so the big block of ice, which that might be a good indicator, the bigger the block, the longer the ice will last. The smaller pieces melt a little quicker, but it's mainly just water. The water's still really cold, and there's still quite a bit of ice in there, but it's going fast. So I'm gonna close it up again, and I'll be back in about 3 hours to check it. Okay, here we are, 24 hours later. It's 2 o'clock, and the temperature right now is 86 degrees with a 94 real feel. So it's pretty warm. It's still sitting in the shade. So we're gonna check this. Okay, still got quite a bit of ice. Water's still really cold. Go ahead and get me a water out of here. So it's holding up pretty decent. So we're starting into the second day now. I'm gonna go ahead and close it up and be back in 3 hours. Okay, it's only been a couple hours. I'm gonna go ahead and check it. I'm not gonna be able to come out here at 5 to check it. I won't be home. So still got ice. I'll be out here later. Okay, I don't think I ever said exactly what I paid for the cooler. It was $59.99. It's been outside now for 42 hours, the claim being that it would hold ice for 84 hours. It's 8 a.m. this morning, and I wasn't able to come out last night because I was out of town. And so we're going to check it now to see if there's any ice in it. And we popped it, and no ice. So it was still cold to keep anything perishable chilled, but it was the ice was melted. So I would say probably around 3 a.m. it probably melted away. So will it last 3.5 days? Obviously not testing it the way I did. However, I think it's a great day at the beach or overnight camp out type of cooler. I could have chilled the waters or used bigger ice, some things like that to make it last longer. But I think it's a great 2-day cooler for under $60. Please remember to subscribe or leave a question, like my video, and thank you for watching.